all, and welcome to another Clio based video, and today we will be changing the wipers, but first we need to check the oil in case any of it has leaked out while driving down the road. In order to do that, we need to open the bonnet. Now that I've got the bonnet up, I could see it does need a little bit of a clean, but the main reason I've got it up is so we can check the oil. And it's just on the minimum mark. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Put a little bit more in, just so it's topped up. Using my skills of ingenuity, I've created a makeshift funnel. I did used to have an old Lucozade bottle as a funnel, but I don't know where that's gone. It's disappeared, so this will have to do. Don't need too much, but just enough so it's between the minimum and the maximum. Let's check it now. Yeah, it's about right. I'm sorry to have to say this, but I think I'm going to have to go to the scrapyard to get some decent but cheap wiper blades, because this keeps coming out every time you put the wipers on, sort of from centrifugal force. And I know what you're thinking, oh there Richard goes again to the scrapyard as usual, getting the cheapest of the cheap. Well, in a way, yes I am, but at the same time I'm helping you, helping myself, help you save money in the long run, as well as keeping your car and my car like as up to date as possible, but the cheapest possible way, if you get what I mean. So that's the best way I can see going to the scrapyard. It's a saving money thing, is the way I see it. For example, this front knee side tyre I got from the scrapyard, I only paid a tenner for it, and as far as I'm concerned it's got plenty of grip, it's doing its job, but I wouldn't always recommend scrapyard tyres because some may be dry rotted and others maybe have gashes in the side that you don't know about, and it's always good to check them out before you end up buying one, or set a four if you're optimistic. The way I see it is you should only use scrapyard tyres for temporary only. Okay, so if you got one that you had on your previous car and it's gone flat or something, or it's gone bald on certain corners, like the one that I have to change, because this is the one that I have to change, I'd only use it for, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 miles before getting a brand new one. That way you're better off and it's much safer in the long run. I'm gonna have to get this windscreen treated because it feels so rough and like bumpy with dirt and everything. Needs good clay bar and a wash and a good old buff and polish. I'm surprised for a car that's from 2002. That's the only rust spot that's on the car. Like, well, on the car body that's the only rust spot, but underneath where the exhaust shield is, that's a bit rusty, but I can always change that when I need to. But yeah, I'm quite surprised that on the car body itself that's where it's only rusty, and you'd expect on most cars that the what do you call it, the door sill will, this bit, the sill of the car would be all rusted through like a Fiesta. But I am surprised that that's the only spot that's rusty. No, this is non-car related, but I had to nip into Homebase to quickly get some Flymo blades, as our lawnmower doesn't have any at the minute. Look at the size of that beetle. Miles an hour down here. Hey all, so I've just been to the scrapyard to get the wiper blades. Everyone's going to be thinking, Richard, what are you doing going to scrapyard and getting crappy cheap wiper blades when you could just buy new ones for next to nothing, say around five to £10, maybe £10 upwards. Well, the reason is because number one, it's reusing parts. Number two, it's cheaper. Adam bought me them for £5, which I thank you for, Adam, because I would have bought them, but because you bought the windscreen scuttle, so it's technically £2.50 each for the pair of them, the windscreen scuttle and the wiper blades. But we'll gloss over that, wipe that off the plate. Yeah, reusing parts is cheaper. And it's, I don't know, it's better in a way, but it's not always better, because it's, you know, scrap value. But at the end of the day, I don't see what's wrong with it. Reusing parts are not also better for you in the long run, but it's also better for the environment, so you're not wasting material. But it depends on what part you're buying is what you're wanting to reuse. Say if it's like a wheel bearing, you can't reuse a wheel bearing unless it's a brand new one that's just gone onto a car and then being scrapped. Or if you're after some tyres, because I've seen in the scrapyard loads of times folk have scrapped a car and they put like brand new tyres on, and it's like, well, what's the point in that? You paid the money to put the tyre on and you just basically scrap the car. But I guess it depends on how long they've had the car with the new tyres on before they've ended up deciding to scrap it, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. It's them sort of things you need to worry about. First, before applying the new wipers, I'm going to clean the windscreen to get all the dirt off so it doesn't scratch and scrape into the windscreen itself. As you can see, I've gone ahead by giving it a good wipe down with soap and water. Now it's time to buff off the soap. These are the brand new wiper blades. As you can see, this one has a aeroblade sort of thing on it. It's like the classic aeroblades, but they're not split at the ends. They're just a little bit dirty. Need a good wipe down with this Rain-X stuff, which is really good. Puts a waterproof layer on top of your windscreen so the water just beads down. See there? So yeah, makes seeing in the rain a lot better for you and makes your windscreen nice and clean as well in the process. So I would recommend you getting this stuff because it's really good. If you have old wiper blades like this, well, these are like fairly more modern, but if you have wipers like this and they have clips on the back, well, this one doesn't because it's more modern, but say it's got clips on the back, in order to take it off and put it on, you've got to hold them clips down, sort of slide it up that way so it clips on the loop that you'll see on top of the wiper arm, that loop there, so it slides and clips into that loop. And then once it's on that loop, it can go like that, and then it can sit on the windscreen like that, if you know what I mean. Sorry, it's a bad explanation, but it's the best I can do. Right, so the loop goes in, then it goes over this little loop. I think it slides in. It's hard to see. It's hard to do it with one hand. It goes in the way I said, and you just push it up until it clips in. And there you have two brand new wiper blades. And that's how they're supposed to sit because it's a French design. The passenger wiper blade is supposed to overlap the driver's, so there's no fin in. So there's no fin there, which is a clever design because it's got a double arm. Now we can rear next the windscreen. I recommend you use toilet paper to apply this stuff onto your windscreen because it does dry up very quickly. Just the rear necks. And now I need to give the whole windscreen a nice buff off with a nice microfiber towel. Just look at that shine. The light of the sun and the clouds bouncing right off that screen. Lovely jubbly. Well, that's going to do it for today. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe down below to follow up on future videos and adventures. Please like and comment. Follow my socials. Richard20111 is my Snapchat, and the ClearTube is my Instagram. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, or whenever you're watching this. I hope you have a good day, and I shall see you in the next one. Should see these wipers now. Look, ever so silent.